All right, we're live for the daytime stream. Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's get logged in. Oh, where's my live? Boy, I hate this YouTube. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, that's it. Let's click on it. There we go. We are live. We're pretty much on time. Not really. We're late. It's the daytime stream, and we have some beautiful rocket packs in front of us. Rocket packs and more. All right. Clicking on all this. So we click on this over here. All right. Okay. Very nice. So we've got a hot Victini break. Is close. Fresh rocket packs. And anything else? Tyranitar? Live card shop. It's me, mister, your lawn guy. Hey, it's my lawn guy. He's here today. What's up, man? He's my favorite lawn guy. That's why you pay him so much. Oh, no, it's fine. That was Kara. She was trying to give me a charger for the iPad. It's not that the current charger isn't working. It's just that it gets hot. Oh, hold on. At here. We're going live for Monday. Good. All right, that's pulled up. Good. We got the shipping done for Mr. Javier. Let's see. Didn't we have an order for... Was it him? No, it was Arturo, wasn't it? I thought Arturo did another order. He said he did. Oh, here it is. Hathim, another 7 Korean rockets. All right, Hathim, another 7 Korean rockets is the first order of the day. That's because the charger is made in China. What? Ah, look at these lovely rocket cards. Don't you guys love rocket cards? I'm such a fan of these. Dude, that neighbor cat stuck in this room. I must have left the door cracked open. And he came in and knocked over all my bulk piles. So there's a huge mess on the floor. I had to clean it all up. Freaking cat. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have exactly 4 of these left. I need more of these, huh? Here's another packet. Play Resident Evil 4 OST. Why would we play Resident Evil OST? Although I do get really tired of this clown-sounding music. Don't you guys get tired of this? There's got to be something else to play, right? What's this? Nostalgic, relaxing Nintendo music. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Give me some ideas for music, guys. You guys are music aficionados. We need something that's truly copyright-free and something we don't listen to very often. What's up, mister? Hope you're having a good day. Doom. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not doing Doom. Okay, we have a lovely Victini. I'm going to set this to the side. Actually, I was a bit hasty in tossing that. Oh, right. I have to open up the... I have to open up that case to get the return on the one. Buck Bumble 64 OST. Man, I'm going to do that live in a second here. I'm going to open that case live because I always forget to do it. And then when we're live, I remember to do it. Okay. Wait, let me write this down. This is June 30th that this one arrived. All right, there we go. And let's grab these. 34. Thank Russ for supporting you for 30 months. Oh, I didn't even see it. Hey, what's up, Russ? Wow, he's been supporting me for 30 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Aw, thanks, man. There you are. Sorry, my eyes are looking at these expensive items. I don't want to drop them or anything. Yes. And you read it out. Oh, I read it out. Oh, you know what? I read it out, but I was on autopilot. My brain goes into autopilot mode a little bit when it's doing multiple thoughts at the same time. I don't even remember that I read it out. Isn't that funny? Here it is. Okay. You see the Gold Star Celebration Umbreon is a 10 going to the moon. Is it? There. Why is this stuck? Okay, okay. Good. Lovely. What's the price on the Darth Vader sketch? Is it for sale? This Darth Vader sketch is a break. There's one person in the break. It's a 1 in 8 break. You can see it has a green label, which means that I actually underpriced it. Andrew Martin's in there. He's waiting for 7 other people to join. I remember this. I paid a lot of money for that card, and I'm not breaking it for very much money. It is. It's just a cool thing I wanted to offer because it's a Star Wars card, and we often don't have Star Wars cards. Light grade. Okay. And what's this? Well, this could probably stay like that. Good, 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 good. Hope you guys had a great weekend, by the way. We did, we did. There we are. Lovely. So now that's all ready to go. Okay. Good. What does break mean? I'm new. Hey, what's up, Hyper Beast? It means that this is an item we're going to put into a booster pack, and there's going to be 8 booster packs. See, 1 in 8. And so we're selling the booster packs at $40 a piece. So you may buy one of those booster packs, and if you're lucky, you'll be the one to pull the sketch Darth Vader. I don't remember what this guy cost me. He cost me a lot. Yeah, I think he might have cost me about $250-ish, maybe $300. I can't remember. So, but I'm not taking a big profit on him. That's why it says green. And I don't use the green marker enough. There's a lot of cards that are technically green label. I ought to use the green marker more often. I'm a little bit lazy about it. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, we do a lot of those, by the way. Very popular on this table. Look at this. This is Tournament Victini. He's 22 out of 33. He's pretty far along. Here's another one you might be interested in. This is the Japanese vintage Jim Gyarados. It's Giovanni's Gyarados. So that's really nice. Here's this quirky but very extremely rare Carddass Eevee. Super, super rare. I paid a lot of money for that. Here's Carddass Bandai Starters. I had somebody making a big offer on my PSA 9 version of this, but I rejected the offer. It is. I said, no, full price only. Because it's a card that I really like. Okay, Hathim, 7 Korean Rockets. Yeah, I'm tempted to order the... Oh, before we do that, let me sleeve these up. So I just got these in the mail. I bought a couple of commons. Now, the reason I bought these is I thought they could be fun to put into the custom vintage booster packs, or even to encapsulate these. Cardconomist encapsulation, right? Do some encapsulations on them. And if I do that... Well, these are actually kind of nice. How's this look on the back? Oh, no, it's bad on the back. Okay. But I thought, maybe do some Cardconomist encapsulations where they're not 10s. Maybe they just say authentic or no grade or something like that. And just hand them out or something, just for fun. It's something I need to do. I'm just always so busy. Here's Ekans. It's hard. I try to balance a couple things. Running this card shop, hanging out with my wife. She likes to hang out as much as we can because she's very lonely out here. And then, so we like to hang out a lot. And then exercising, cooking. Since I cook a lot of our, pretty much, I think I do like 100% of the cooking almost. Cooking and, there we go. There we go. And then I've just got a little bit of room for like chores, and you got to do the usual stuff like go to the bathroom and shower and sleep and all that other stuff. Here's Dark Kadabra. Here's Magmar. Day chat is all over the place. Oh, I'm not that into Pokemon. I love Weiss Schwartz Star Wars and Chrome Star Wars. Nice. Well, we definitely have some Star Wars vintage and some Chrome Star Wars. It's really interesting that you would say that. I was thinking about expanding some of the Star Wars cards we have. We are wheezing. We've been getting some good Star Wars sales lately, and I guess it's a great brand, so it's a good thing to see. Here's a nice Dark Gloom. Here's a nice Dark Muck. We're just sleeving these up real fast, guys. Boss's Way. Oops. Here's Ponyta. Look at that Ponyta. I don't remember what I paid for these, but I really like this. Occasionally, I'll buy like a group of old cards, and I'll just kind of peel through them, try to pick out maybe even 110. There we go. Here's a sleep card. You'd be surprised. So a lot of people just liquidate their cards like this, first edition sleep card. And, well, that one's got a big white dot on the back. But sometimes they'll give them up because they're not interested in grading them. Or maybe these are somebody else's leftovers. It doesn't matter. We'll find some way to hand these out or do something with them. How nice is that? I like this Dark Charmeleon a lot. He's so nice. Not great condition, though. So this is a great example of a card we can take it, give it a no-grade encapsulation. And I bet you somebody would love to own that. It's not about it having a grade. It's just about it having a nice holder. You know, keeping it in a holder. And who knows, maybe we can find some way to keep it entertaining. Put this here. Exercising, you must be super fit. No, I am not, which is why I need to be exercising. Have you ever been abroad? No, I've never been abroad with my... Well, I mean, we went to North Carolina and we've gone to Florida. We did that over 6 years ago. I want to say we did that like 8 years ago. We did that during our college years. You know, spring break would come around and we'd drive out there. Let's see. I'm going to write test on this to let myself know that I need to look through those. Okay, put them away. Good. And let's see. So this is for our friend Hithim. Ah, good. Is 18 considered? Low pop, 1800. It's the Reshiram Zard Tag Team PSA 10. That golden one, I wouldn't touch it. It's an ugly card. They made a whole bunch of them in English. I wouldn't touch it. It's not famous enough either. Like people just aren't crazy enough about that one. It is. I'd rank that one as not a great choice. It is. Here's this. Here's Sammy Zenta. You want a good Charizard? Make sure you've got that Obsidian Flames Charizard. Grab that one. It is. And here's a code one. Hey, what's up, Luke Laurie? What's going on, man? All right, cool. That was for our friend, Hithim. Thank you, Hithim. Okay, good. Sometimes you gotta look at a card that has room to grow, you know? Room to grow. That means a card that still has a long way to becoming inaccessible to other people. If it's still got a long way to becoming inaccessible, and it's a good-looking card, those are some signs. So we did have a year's shipping. We did the 15 packs for Mr. Hithim. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. On the table, Wooper, Kieran, Dratini, and Poltergeist. Ooh, okay, on the table. Wooper, Kieran, Dratini, Poltergeist. Love it. Let's start looking. Here's the Wooper. Okay. Kieran. Dratini. Oh, that's a nice Dratini. It's a rainbow, isn't it? Oh, that is nice. Yeah, actually, that's kind of cheap. A rainbow Dratini for 100. That was actually a pretty good pick. Now you're making me wonder why I didn't buy it. Wait, there's two Whippers. Take a quick look into that. Looking for the Poltergeist. $100 for that rainbow Dratini when he's so expensive as a 10. That's a good pick. I should have grabbed that one. Okay. Because I don't own any of these commission slabs, so I also have to purchase them if I want one. Oh, I didn't run into the Poltergeist. Let's just double check, make sure that the... Now, I wonder which one he got. There's an 8 and a 9. Let me go look into the channels to see if we took a picture of it. It's on the date. It's on the page. Ah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, we probably took a picture of it. Makes a lot of sense. If I could just find it. Oh, I see. You shared the date of it. 6:30. Okay, 6:30. Nice. Now if I could just see... Oh, there it is. I just see the kid there. Poltergeist. Oops, it's supposed to say sold. Thanks, man. You did a good job with that. I really appreciate that. So, how fast can I find it as well? Can I actually find it? He's probably on the top. He should be on the top of this box because we just put him in here. But sadly, I'm not seeing him. So I think that means we're going to have to dig, everybody. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, let's set these to the side for the moment. My order hasn't come up. I don't think it has. It will, though. Okay, I'm going to start removing some of these slabs in order to get this done. That's my... Oh, that's the front zoom in. There we go. All right, so zooming out there. All right. Hold you guys, here we come. Oh my God. Slabs don't want to cooperate. Look at this guy. This guy's cool. Okay. He's cool because he's from a really rare set. Oh, here's a Whooper 10 for $35. That's nice. Oh, I know why we're not finding him on the top. Wow, can't believe this didn't sell. I know why we're not finding him on the top. Because he didn't go in this box. He went into the commission slabs box. Doy. I'm so silly. Hadoy. There he is. Got it. Separate box. Okay, so one. And Dratini is the wrong slab, mister. Oh, really? So you got a different Dratini? So I tell you what, I'm going to buy this Dratini from Tammy right now because I like this card. That Dratini for $100. It's a rainbow Dratini. Well, I don't need the card. I don't need my calculator for this. It should be 73, shouldn't it? We got 221 plus 73. So that's 294. Okay, that's 294. This is mine now. That's a good one. Tammy's making some sales today, man. Let's get that zoom. Okay, now you're saying it's a different Dratini. Let's take a quick look into that. It's Dratini from 626. Ah, okay. So let's scroll back to 626 real fast. Oh, it's a very nice card. Also from Tammy, I'm not surprised. Let's see. I wonder if I could crack that Dratini and have a chance at a 10. Imagine it turned into a 10. It was graded by CGC a while back. We'll take a look, see why it graded 10. I don't really know why it graded 10, but it's just a great looking card. And at $100, that's pretty cheap actually. It's a good price. It's weird how something can be up on the table and you can be like, nah, that's too expensive. And then you look at it again, you go, wait a second, that's great. Ah, found it. Dratini. Okay, we're good. Let me put these back down. Yeah, so it's funny how that goes, you know, because price is a really subjective and relative kind of thing, you know. It's not until you've sat down and thought more about it and you go, wait a second, I like that price. Okay, there we go. Ow. Good. So here we have it. We've got Dratini, Kieran, Poltergeist. Now, which of these two Whoopers did you want, the 8 or the 9? Let's see, did he say it a little earlier? Excuse me. Okay, there you have it. There you have it. So these are sold. Let's start adding them together. 25 plus 20. Oh, I'm sorry, 25. Let's say 35 plus 25 plus 21 plus. Oh, no, wait a second. These aren't all Tammy. Let's be careful here. Tammy's only got the one. 35 times 0.73. She gets $25.50. Okay, plus 294. She gets 31.9.5. It is. Tammy's getting money. Now the rest is actually Anthony Kalure. Let's go find him real fast. Is he right here, maybe? Oh, there. Oh, that's Anthony Haymeyer. So Justin, Anthony Haymeyer, Anthony. There it is. So he's sitting at 97. Okay. So we're going to say for him, 25 plus 21 plus 21 times 0.73. About $49 plus 97. $146. 146. Okay, good. Okay, now we write your name on the back of all these cards. How about that? One. Two. Three. Four. Good, good, good. I sold my base starts to buy PSA 10 Greninja for 2K. I think it will go to 4K by the end of this year. Oh, yeah? We are. Yeah. It's going to 2K. It's the real price. Demand is really high on this one. Oh, here's a coin break. Cool. Okay, don't know where that came from. All right, thank you so much. We have Mr. Efren Arriaga. Mr. Efren, he says, Destined Rivals English. Efren. It is 2 packs for Mr. Efren. Hello, Efren. How are you tonight? Snipping this. Good. Efren with an E. Crustle Arboliva. Kangaskhan. Look at that Kangaskhan. All right. And here's the Arboliva. Can I keep the trainers? Yes, sir. Let's get you those trainers. Trainer. Trainer. Okay, no problem, man. All right. 2 trainers for you, and the Arboliva, and the reverse hollows, and a sleeve. And you're probably going to be in this box. I imagine you'd be in this box. Yes. There it is. Good. Long day at work. Just got done with the hot shower and enjoy a toasted roast beef sandwich from the local Amish store. Local Amish store. There we go. Nice. So that is that. We took care of that. Ivan Rodriguez is taken care of. We like Mr. Ivan. Gabriel Gallegos, 1 Paldean Fate to English. So, yeah, we restocked that, didn't we? We restocked that. Oh, look at this. The pristine coin. If you ever want one of these, let me know. I value them at like $700. They're not cheap to me. It is. Really like those coins. Okay, Paldean Fates, English 151. English 151. So one of these. Ooh, these are pricey booster packs these days, you know. Just let me know if there are any more. Ooh, any more what? It is. All right. Which ones are you looking for? Here's Caterpie. Meow. That coin's a 1 in 5. That's a pretty fast one. And here's a little Gengar non-hollow. The reverse hollow Pikachu is not too bad. Okay, so that's your 2 packs, Mr. Gabriel. My style of slabs. If I knew you were watching, I'll try to shout them out. Maybe I'll just automatically shout them out all the time. My style, huh? This smells like a Mr. Gabriel kind of slab. Let's see. Put this back up here. It smells like a Mr. Ivan Rodriguez kind of slab. Galagos. He didn't say new bag, right? Okay, we're looking for Galagos. Galagos. Ah, here we are. Very good. I'm in and out of work. That's why it's hard on the day stream. Oh, I get it, man. Yeah, definitely. Well, you just have fun doing your job, and I'll keep an eye out on the Ivan Rodriguez slabs. I'll dibs them all for you. By the way, let me take another look at this. So this is a little bit pricier. Why did it fail 10? Let's see why it failed. So it's got this edge up here that you could argue is a wide edge. But you know, it's kind of borderline. The worst that could happen is it could just get re-encapsulated as a 9 with another company. Try cracking this one. Two, maybe PSA. We'll think about it. Oh yeah, it's a really difficult one to say. Okay. That's CGC stricter label, is it? No, that's not one of their stricter. The strict time period was it had a different slab design. That was their later label. Hathim, another 7 Korean rocket. All right, another 7 Korean rocket. You got it. Hathim, did I open the Japanese ones for you again? Did I do that again? I did, didn't I? So there's some Japanese ones. I did. I opened the Japanese ones twice now. Okay, so we just can't do that. We just can't do that. Maybe I need to hide the Japanese ones for myself for a little while. Okay, so we lost a total of 14 Japanese Team Rocket boosters. And now the box is hidden. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. And let's put these Korean ones where the Japanese ones were sitting. There we go. All right. Here you go. I thought CGC got softer when they changed labels. They got softer when they still had the blue label. So they started out super, super, super strict. Then they got softer. And then they updated their labels. Which made them even more, I guess, softer. Okay, cold. Here's cold. Here's Golbat, Crobat. We've got Blaziken. Cold. Yeah, I lost a bunch of money doing that, didn't I? And cold. The Dratini and attack side will look amazing. Yeah, I think I agree, man. That'd look really nice. I just don't know how Tag would grade that one if they would grade it 10. Maybe I should offer it as cross grade only. Okay. People still use Tag? Let's see. All right, so this is for Mr. Athim with an H. Athim with an H. He's right here. Thank you, Athim. Appreciate it, man. All right. We open the correct booster packs this time. Yeah, Tag grading's fantastic. I really like the company, and I can see that they have extremely long turnaround times now, because it must be the case that a lot of people are grading with them. Yep, it looks like my slabs that I submitted at the very beginning of May, and now we're almost in July, like 2 months later. It is now in slab assembly. It took an extremely long time to reach that point. So that's cool. Tag grading takes a very long time now. Everyone is tag grading. 4 packs of Halo Upper for our friend Luke Glory. Tag grading's doing an excellent job. I think that they're going to be one to watch. Here it is. All right. My tag slabs sell very well. I don't have any problem selling tags at all. I think actually PSA should be a little nervous about it because CGC feels really different from PSA. Tag grading just feels better than PSA. It just looks better. It is. And so I think that's a really serious problem for both PSA and CGC. And tag grading the company is one to invest in. It is. All right. Although they don't, yeah, no, their system for handing out a grade explanation for every card is, man, I wonder if the other companies will ever copy that, because they should. It's what everyone wants to have. Tag is better now. They are top 4. I'd say they're top 3. BGS, PSA. Oh, well, no, I'm sorry. You're right. It might be top 4. BGA, PSA, BGS, PSA. Goes like this. The black label from BGS is technically the best thing you can acquire. So the black label is the best thing. It's just that it's really hard to get. Then there's PSA. And then what do you guys think is next? Tag or CGC? I actually don't know. Maybe they're a little bit tied in my mind. CGC seems like the bigger, stronger company, right? It's the NGC company. All right. You got a story so far. Double Cortanas. Did you get my ZELLE? I'll be checking that in just a moment. There we are. CGC is better than Tag. CGC wins. There we are. All right. Good. Here's this guy. Okay. Very nice. Well, I've got a lot of CGC slabs that don't sell very fast, and I got a lot of tag slabs that sell instantly. So, you know, I think they're pretty close to tied in my mind. I have respect for the CGC company, but tag slabs just sell. So what can you say about that, you know? All right. If you're looking maybe like from outcomes rather than from gut feeling, oh yeah, the tag slabs sell way faster. Not only that, they'll sell for a premium too. I can't do that with CGC. CGC is pretty hard to sell for a premium. Tag will just sell for a premium. So I don't know. Think of it what you will. I don't need other people's opinions. You know, people say this way, that way. But for me, one of the reasons I've done well in life is because I go with my own opinion based off of what I'm observing. There you go. And that's why I was able to make several really good choices in life. Okay. Jonathan Santiago. What's up, Jonathan? Korean Nikke, I have a bag. That is sold out. The Korean Nikke is sold out. Is it still on the menu? It should say sold out, right? Let's see. Should be under other card set, right? Korean Nikke sold out. Yeah, it's marked sold out. I did it. I did the thing. By the way, did that guy respond? What's PRB2? Is that new? This guy's contacting me saying he's got PRB2. Did we already have PRB2? I can't remember. Oh, PRB2 is new? Is that right? I was just given a price for PRB2. How popular you guys think PRB2 going to be? Okay. So, Mr. Jonathan, you got a little bit of money. Very popular. This is the list on line top. PSA, BGS, CGC, SGC, HGA, tag at CSG. Well, I actually rank BGS above PSA. I really do. If you get a pristine Pokemon card or a black label Pokemon card, they almost always carry a higher premium than a simple PSA 10. And especially the black label is often like 10 times more expensive than a PSA 10. If not 10 times, like 4 times or something like that. Only problem is it's really hard to get that, but that's the fact. The fact is people pay more money for a black label. And so PSA slabs are not the best slabs if you're comparing them to BGS Black Label. However, it's very hard to get that Black Label, so I get that. People are trying to choose like their best outcome from grading. You know, like as a seller, you're trying to optimize your income. But if you can actually send your very best looking Pokemon cards to BGS consistently and get those Black Labels and those pristines from time to time, it outperforms what PSA does. So BGS is actually the #1 company for me, not PSA. And then PSA is good. They're like the standard. And then CGC is like supposed to be the runner-up, the following guy. They got the pristines. They got the CGC Gem Mint 10. Here's a problem. If your card's good enough to get pristine with CGC, why am I not just sending those cards to Beckett to try for the perfect? So that's a big problem. If my card looks like it's going to be pristine, I should just be sending it to Beckett all the time. And then I really don't want the Gem Mint 10 because the Gem Mint 10 sells for less than a PSA 10. Also, I always question, would this have been a PSA 10? I always question that. Now, if this would have been a PSA 9 and it turns into a Gem Mint 10 with the CGC, that's great. So that's why there's this niche role for CGC to fill where you crack all your PSA 9 vintage cards and send them off to CGC to try for CGC Gem Mint 10s. So that's a niche role for CGC to fulfill. Otherwise, it's always just Beckett and PSA. And then after that, you've got Tag. I actually think Tag slabs just sell super fast. They sell way faster than SGC. You ever try to sell SGC slabs? They sell slow. They do not sell. They do sell, but they do not sell super fast. You often have to go with the super competitive pricing, and people probably take them and then send them to get cross-graded. So people prefer the smaller slab size. SGC is like this big slab size, and it's just a bit odd. It's got like football icons on the back. The plastic is engraved in the plastic. Yeah, so SGC, they do a good job, but they're just not popular to sell. Tag's incredibly popular. It sells faster than PSA sometimes. So like if I had a PSA 10 and a Tag 10 of the same card, the Tag will sell first because people want the Tag card. The guy want the clear card. And so that's a big deal. That's it's subtle, but it's a big deal. We are Jonathan. Did Jonathan say he'd like something? Let's see. What about PCG? Ugly. I know that popular YouTuber bought that, but the label is ugly. He should cut me in on the deal, though. I'll shill for it. I'll say it's the best thing since sliced bread. So cut me in, and I'll sing its praises. Other than that, absolutely not. Very ugly label. Horrendous label, really. That is one of the ugliest labels I've ever seen. And just another company, you know, another pop-up grading company. As far as I know, PCG isn't doing something that's particularly special. So I don't know what the selling point to it is other than the one guy bought it. What's his name? The Magic the Gathering guy. Oh, Alpha Investments. There we go. SGC worker here. What? Any company that upcharges you for getting a better card / grade can go to hell. I'm going to spit on the grade. Well, lucky for you, you can grade with a variety of companies. So if you don't like the PSA upcharge, then you can say screw you and go with another company. And that'll be for something for PSA to consider. PSA has told me, though, they have to upcharge because what they do is when they realize the card is very expensive, they insure it for more than you insured it for. So that's their argument. That's what I've heard anyways. And the person who grades the high-end cards, they get paid more than the rookies who grade the low-end cards. Okay, so that's the other reason. So you pay a fancier guy to grade your card and you got more insurance on it, well, that's a cost on you. And by the way, it also means you're very lucky. It means the card's valuable and it graded 10, usually, at least a 10. So the upcharges aren't too insane. I mean, it's kind of reasonable. Looking at Degree, they're doing good right now. I've heard about Degree a few times. They don't have to upcharge at all, says Micro. It's a business. It's a business. They're there to make profit with you. So, I mean, you're going to profit off of your card getting a 10, and they know that. And they're saying, you want to do this all the time with us? Well, you're going to have to pay. You grease the wheels a little bit. And PSA has made me a lot of money, so I don't want to be too selfish. I know that sounds silly, the customer being selfish. I know PSA wants to be rich. I know they want to make money. If they're still setting me up with the best return on my card and they want a bigger cut, but I'm still making the best return overall, they can have the bigger cut. And I think PSA knows that too. But yeah, I hear that their big graders get paid more. Look at that. So this is a future break. Shining Tyranitar break for 5. You guys want to break this card? That'll be fun. This will be a somewhat affordable break. And here's a Giovanni's Gyarados to replace this Gyarados that I am now losing, which I don't like to lose my Pokemons. Look at that. This one has a swirl, though. That's kind of good. Okay, so that's nice. Got a little swirl on that one. This swirl is People go crazy for swirls every now and then. So Brandon says, haven't seen one opened in a while. One Topps Halo. Ooh, it's Brandon Warder. How's it going, man? Topps Halo. Where are the Topps Halo? You might be in luck, because I swear the last one we opened was kind of cold. So this one might be hot. This is Topps Halo. Printed in 2007. It's pretty much vintage. Although people are debating what the word vintage should mean. Like, should it mean a set amount of time? What does it actually mean? 20 years ago is plenty, though. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Vintage Halo card. Halo Upper Deck is not vintage. It just came out. These are vintage. All right, we've got UNSC Marine Corps. Okay, there's their spaceship that's modeled after a gun barrel. Here's Hot in the Shade. Okay. People would open these more, but they're pricey. Incoming. The Structure. Almost, Amidst the Flood. Almost the Flood. And the Mysterious Halo. So this pack, no hollows. Maybe the next pack is the hollow. Here it is. Just trying to stretch it for another hour. That's what's up, bro. I'm debating what I should order to watch. I forget to write down if I don't get a hit, keep them. Oh, no, you want to keep these. What are you talking about, man? You want to keep these. These are hits, all of these. These are like, think of the Pokemon Topps cards. You got the holographic Pokemon Topps cards, right? And then you got the non-hollow ones. Well, if you grade those non-hollow Topps cards and they actually grade 9, or they actually grade 10, like even one of them pays for the whole booster pack. So you don't want to skip this. I mean, look at this one. This one says incoming, and it features Master Chief, and he's jumping from a plasma grenade. So if you grade that 10, and you sell this for $65, that'll cover most of the cost of grading, and it'll cover the cost of the pack too. So, but it's got a grade 10. That's the tricky part. And if it does grade 10, you're set. So these have a value. I wouldn't give them up so fast. It is. And could I see these selling for $65 as a 10? Probably. If it's a good one with Master Chief on it. So Master Chief is on this one. He's also technically in this one too. He's in the plasma turret. Hot in the Shade. It is. Amidst the Flood, the Mysterious Halo. You can also grade these with SGC, actually. These look not so bad in an SGC slab. The black background kind of goes well with the card. So, but that's up for you to think about. I bought some... All right, then I need a bag. Okay, let's get you a fresh bag. I bought some Crystal Pokemon Cards collection. What do you think about them? Crystal Pokemon Cards. Are you referring to, like, the Sky Ridge Aquapolis era? Is that what you're talking about? Crystal, like Crystal Nidoking, is that what you mean? Crystal Nidoking, Crystal Charizard. Those are great cards. They're just really expensive these days. They cost an arm and a leg. They are. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. There's also Crystal Guardians. Maybe you're referring to Crystal Guardians? Here you go, Brandon. There you go. 7.25. Okay, fresh bag. Plenty of room for Mr. Brandon. Here's Matthew Bigos. I'll take 2 Topps Lord of the Rings and a round of shipping. Oh, Lord of the Rings opened right after Halo. What a coincidence. I have more of these, don't I? I don't see more of them. I hope I have more of them. Hope they're out in the other room, because that's the end of that box. So the next order of Lord of the Rings is a new box. Ta-da! So this is also vintage Topps. This is 2004, Lord of the Rings, 21 years old. Good stuff. When they announced the Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings set, we ran out and grabbed this Topps Lord of the Rings. And I said, hey guys, these are actually weirdly affordable. Give them a try. I mean, these are like $35. Compare them to Topps Chrome Pokemon, which are like $400, $500, $600 a buck. So you get, ooh, is this a rare? What? Oh man, it was just sitting there. Nobody was opening it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that is going to be worth so much if it hits the 10. Look at that. Authentic movie memorabilia. The card contains genuine material used for the creation of the Witch King's robe. Wow, that's crazy. So cut from the same cloth, although probably not the exact costume he was wearing, because why would you want to snip that apart? But so this is as good as it gets, really. And that is too cool, man. I am no man. You know, that was really inventive back then. That was in the early 2000, 2004. The 1990s was really a time period where society was really getting into feminism. And it was like this new thing, exciting thing. And Lord of the Rings fit really well into that with that scene. Let's see. Everyone was like, no way. You didn't expect that, bitch. She's a girl. Get beat by a girl. Oh, that was a good female character being badass. Here we are. All right. Yeah, she wasn't like angry at men, basically, I think is what you're trying to say. It's not like a bitter competition between the men and the women. There we go. Because sometimes there's a bit of a sour note to it, you know, where it's more about, you know, there being some sort of horrible rivalry. Okay, here's the Balrog. Ooh. Set to Discord. Gosh, finally a hit. I feel vindicated. Vindicated, that's the song, isn't it? Let's see, that's a song from that time period. Here's Gandalf and his midget prostitute. Gosh, I wonder if I use words like that, if YouTube censors me. Here we go. Very nice. And then finally, we also have... Were you digging in this box, Matthew? Sometimes people buy the same thing they always buy. So he might have been digging in this box. Man, another Balrog card. That is so cool. Look at that. That card grades 10 is going to do great. Eowyn was denied by Aragorn, so she settled for Faramir. That's right. After she got horribly damaged, killing the Witch King, it actually hurt her, which they don't explain that in the movie. She almost died from it. After that, she goes to, like, you know, the hospital, but in their time period. And Faramir's there too, because he's almost dead too. Remember that? So Faramir's all beaten up, and they meet in the hospital in the Middle Earth, and then they're like, hey, baby. And so by the end of the story, they're in love and gonna make little Middle Earth babies. There we go. Can I get one EN Nikke pack and one Japanese OP11 with my credit? Yes, sir. I believe you are probably Jonathan. That's it. Time for a rewatch. I've watched it too many times, man. Great movie. Can't watch it again. No way. I need like another 5-year break before I watch it again. Must have watched it like 6 or 7 times by now. That's just too much. It's too much for anything. The only thing I could watch that many times would be like South Park or something. You know, you can just watch South Park on repeat. But you can't watch something like this that much. No way. Hey, that's Matthew Bigos. Now you're getting some shipping, huh? For your stuff and your slabs. Okay. Yeah, that's me. Nice. So you, let's see what you were opening. Matthew, you got a lot of bulk in here. And you got some Team Rocket Juva. Oh, you opened up a booster box of Team Rocket, and you got burned by the Team Rocket, didn't you? Well, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you get really lucky. It's just a random thing, you know. That's what it's all about. Booster packs are like a slot machine. They're RNG. So sometimes you get really unlucky. Sometimes you get really unlucky for a long time. That's why when you open up stuff, it's best to come in and just think of it as entertainment. Don't think of it as some way to make money or to take $2 and turn it into $4. When you start thinking that way, it makes it very, very bitter to open cards. Usually you start with $2 and you end with $1. Okay, there we go. Very nice. It's pretty reasonably heavy. Let's do this. We'll go with 10 ounces. And then we're going to grab... Oops. Why does it do that? I absolutely hate this system. There it goes. Happy 3 years of memberships. Wow. You've been around for a long time, man. You've been around for a long time. Well, I know you've been around for a long time because you were there when we were in the Blue House. If you think it's worth grading, let me know if I use tag or have you grade them. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see. So you're sending me pictures of something that you might want to grade. Oh, there it is. Just updated. And you grabbed some kind of Poncho Eevee. I don't know what that is. And then you've got a couple of these scratchy looking cards. I actually do not know in this case. I don't know much about those cards. Crystal Card Collection. 2024? I've honestly never seen those cards. So I'm not sure. The Eevee looks like it could be worth something. I would bet that Vulpix, Clefable, and Ninetales are a bit harder to sell. So I don't know much about those. But yeah, you could send those in it. Well, you know, I wonder if tag grading would know about them either. I don't know if tag grading would know that much. Okay, Matthew, let's get you shipped. Okay, we're hitting print. Sometimes tag grading's really picky, and it says something like, we ain't going to grade this. Oh, okay, it's got to choose the price for the shipping again because it updated the date. I love the St. Louis flat, Mr. So iconic. The St. Louis flat. What are you referring to? Just let me hit print on this. St. Louis is boring, man. I've lived here my whole life. We're ready for a new state. Wow, the shipping software is fighting with me, so that's fun. Okay, I don't know why it does this. Sell the Eevee. I'm more their 2024 Nintendo Pokemon licenses. If it's authentic licensed product from Nintendo, I would definitely move to grade the Eevee promo. I would not sell that ungraded. I would probably get that one graded. And if it's an unusual card set that lots of people don't recognize, I would grade it with PSA. I would grade it with PSA. Go. PSA tends to take sets that people aren't so sure about because they don't recognize them. But when they see that PSA brand over them, they go, okay, well, PSA accepted it, so it must be good. It must be real. Okay, Jonathan told me what he wanted. He wanted a English Nikke pack. One English Nikke pack. Let's see. We're hiding them way over here. English Nikke. And one Japanese OP11. So that's over here somewhere. Here it is. Okay. Wood. Was it not St. Louis? I just remember an old flat with the kitties. Oh, you know what? You guys use a different term for condo. We had something called a condo, which is sort of like, it's like a home, but it's part of a larger building of a bunch of homes that are built on top of each other. And so, yes, it's a condo. A condo is like one of those that you actually own it. Whereas an apartment in the United States is like one that you're simply renting, but they're the same kind of structure. Although sometimes condos can be really fancy. But yeah, it was a condo. And yes, that was where we got it all started. We had a very different table, and it was way too small. And when we very first started, we didn't even alphabetize the bags. So the bags were not alphabetized. And I said alphabetize. We didn't alphabetize the bags at the beginning, so they were very easy to lose track of. And it was actually, it was really ridiculous. The whole thing was ridiculous. It was this sort of small wooden frame that you might put like hot sauces on. You're meant to hang it on the wall, but we just had it sitting on a table. It wasn't meant to sit on a table. And I used like duct tape to glue it to the wall so it wouldn't fall over. And then what we had were these little boxes like this instead of these new giant boxes. So let's do a little size check since we're all size queens. Hold on. There it goes. So we got that. This is what we used to use. See how small that is? So these were all that would have fit on that shelf back then, these big white boxes. There you go. BWBs wouldn't have fit up on the shelf back then. I got that shelf from a Goodwill for like $5. It cost nothing. And the table was just a little cheap unfolding plastic table from Walmart. That's what it was. Yeah. All the way back then. That was fun. It was all just experiment. I didn't really anticipate becoming a rip and ship. I wasn't modeling anybody. All I was doing, I was streaming a lot on the TheCardconomist. I was making good money over there. I was making about $80,000. Making good money on the TheCardconomist playing Monster Hunter. And I was really interested in getting back into Pokemon cards like when I was young. And I had this theory that you could invest in Pokemon cards. And one day I was opening cards for myself live. And I said, would you guys like me to open cards for you? And you guys said yes. And I said, all right, well, you got to pay for them. And that was how it all started. All right, for Mr. Jonathan, let's go find your bag. That was almost 6 years ago now. Yes. And I had a lot of haters. There were a lot of people who called me a lot of nasty names for selling cards live. Whatnot did not exist. There was no such thing as TikTok shop. I was just a guy randomly doing it on YouTube. They used to have usernames on the bags. Yeah, that's right. Everyone went with nicknames. Like, for example, Dark Knight. That's because the way people paid, they paid with our, what do they call it back then? I don't even remember the name of it anymore. Streamlabs? Yeah. So people paid on Streamlabs, and on Streamlabs, you created an account with the username. So all the bags had usernames on them. And then I got banned from Streamlabs after a string of chargebacks. They were $500 chargebacks. They were really huge chargebacks. And so I got a string of chargebacks. And I was trying to contact Streamlabs because I was really upset about it. And I was like telling them, I was like, this is someone stealing from me, right? That was my first time dealing with the big chargeback. So I was trying to tell Streamlabs, I was like, they paid for the product. Streamlabs, they sent me this email saying, you're banned from Streamlabs. They said, why? Because you're not supposed to use Streamlabs to sell people product. That's not a thing. And they're like, we don't have a legal framework for that, so you're not allowed to do it anymore. So I had to contact them and be like, okay, I won't use you anymore for that. Only donations. And then they unbanned me. But yeah, I got myself banned from Streamlabs for what we were doing because what we were doing was so unusual at the time. There's nothing like it. And they didn't, I'm sure on their side, they didn't want the liability or something, right? So on their side, they didn't want to mess with it. So they said, all right, as long as you don't sell cards using Streamlabs, we'll let you have your account back. And so now we still have our Streamlabs account, so that's good. But I immediately had to swap over to PayPal, and that's when we started using real names. That was when it started. Back then, we only accepted PayPal orders. Now we've got all these different payment methods. Dylan Cranfield, 1 Heatwave Arena, 1 Glory of Team Rocket, 1 Gem 2, let's see, and 1 Destin Rivals English. Okay, you got it. Destin Rivals, Gem 2. Now we need that Glory of Team Rocket again. Glory of Team Rocket. There it is. And Heatwave, which is right here. Good. This is Dylan Cranfield. Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate it, man. Let's see if you get real lucky. Is there a line for TCC grading? Not at all. There's no line. I have to get NHCC slabs done. I haven't done it. Man, I gotta take the encapsulator and all that and bring it upstairs. I wish I could. It's not that easy. There's no place for it really. We don't have like room in our family room for it. And then you need a team of men to pick it up. It's that heavy. The encapsulator is that heavy. You have to have a team of men work on it. So yeah, I don't know. Also, that reminds me, I should probably go take the air compressor and empty the tank of water because it's probably accumulated some water by now. Empty the air compressor water. Every now and then you have to drain it if it's been running for a while because it removes what did I do? Oh my god, I got ink on myself. There it goes. John was he was a hard worker, man. I miss John. I wish he was still working for me. I wish all that crazy stuff had never gone down. That was his issue. That was his problem, not my problem. But yeah, it's sad that we don't have that. It's all done by me now, and I'm much slower at it just because it's another chore on top of all my other chores. You know, the way it used to work in the past, we didn't have 2 streams. We had one nighttime stream. That was it. That was how I got everything done. See, I wake up in the daytime and I'd have all this shipping and everything to do, and I'd just go get those things done. Now that we stream in the daytime, I'm actually losing those critical hours doing this, making more sales, which is good. We should have more sales, more stream, more entertainment. That's great. And then I work on Saturday and Sunday too. I do more streams. But that leaves me very, very little time to get anything else done other than restocks. Restocks and receiving are 2 jobs I have to do. And that's a lot of work, actually. And then I do a little bit of shipping. I do some eBay shipping. I do some eBay listing, too. I do a lot of communication. And then I do a little bit of encapsulating. And yeah, so if only John had not messed all that up for himself. I wish he hadn't done that. I don't know why he did that. Can you show my bag? Says Dylan Cranfield. Here we go, Dylan. All right. We have Alexis. She doesn't show the same interest in encapsulating, so I don't think she's ever going to do it. Alexis, I think she likes the current setup. I think she likes what we're doing right now. She comes in, she gets some shipping done, and then she heads right out. So she makes a little side cash. She has a nice, quiet job where she's left alone, and it's good hourly money. It's really good hourly money. So it's a very comfortable job for exactly what she wants. Doesn't disrupt her life too much. She's able to take care of her kids. So I think that's what she likes. I can't borrow her for, I guess, maybe like 6 hours a day or something to do all the encapsulating. If we could get that set up, I'd probably advertise it more. I'd say, you guys got to get in here and do some grading. All right, so here's a Thim, 5 of the Japanese rocket and 6 Korean rocket. Okay, here you go. Mr. Thim. You're granted, Dad. Do your laundry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right. Let's see. I moved the Japanese box, and now it's hard to reach. All right, there it goes. Is she still moving away? I guess her plans have changed. She was initially interested in moving in with a parent in California. Her parents are in California. And I think, you know, her parents are, well, so that was not a for sure thing that she would be able to move in. And then her husband would have to get a transfer from his current job to a job over there. So it was all contingent on that transfer. And it sounds like it kind of fell through. So they're over here, and they're thinking about living over here still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. So it's those two things, free rent and a job transfer. And I don't know if one or the other didn't work, but one of them must have not, one of them must have fallen through. So they're over here looking at houses over here for now. It is. All right. And Karis and I are saving up and thinking about moving to a new state as well. Though I got to say, it's summertime out here in Lake of the Ozarks, and it is so nice. It is extremely nice out here. All right. When it's summertime out here, we completely doubt the idea of moving because it changes. You see all these boats in the water. You see people on their hot Sea-Doos. You go, we should just get Sea-Doos. Why don't we just get Sea-Doos, honey? We had so much fun our first year here in Lake of the Ozarks on our Sea-Doo before it broke. It was an old used Sea-Doo that we overpaid for by a lot because it was a crazy time period. But they're cheaper now, so we could probably buy a fresh one if we wanted. And then we just play in the river, the lake. We have this house that looks at the state park. The state park's right in front of it's in our back windows. We have these huge back windows. You see the state park is so beautiful. And we would give that all up to live in a cookie cutter home in some busy city that has more fast food. But the big part of the reason to move is for that lower taxes. Save that extra 5% each year. That's good, right? 5%. That's not bad. We could move to like Washington State, maybe pick a nice place in the woods. Maybe I've said this a couple of times. I like Kashmir, Washington. It's like a Colorado mountain town, but without the taxes. You got Leavenworth to your left, and you got Wenatchee to your right. And Wenatchee's got like all the stuff to do, and Leavenworth has the even more beautiful mountains. So, and then you could drive like 2.5 hours to Seattle. So that's so super tempting actually to go to Kashmir, Washington. That is actually quite tempting. Ooh. There's Kashmir, Washington. There's Las Vegas, Nevada. They got these really fancy neighborhoods they're building, and they're sort of like shared spaces. But Las Vegas is super hot and dry. I hear it's really hot, but we get annoyingly hot too. We get hot and humid. We get mosquitoes. We get ticks. It's very green and luscious over here though on the plus side. So it's like a mix. You just don't know. But this particular house we got, the house we're living in right now, it's so beautiful, and we only paid $650 for it. I mean, when we look at a house like this in some of those nicer places we just talked about, Houston, Texas, Naples, Florida, Kashmir, Washington, Las Vegas, Nevada, maybe Reno, Nevada. When we talk about those places, we look at houses in a similar price range. They're all junk. So we got like this amazing home for just so little. And we got this beautiful view. I mean, it's a really beautiful view. It's tempting to just take the loss, take the 5% tax loss, and just stay here and be bored in the winter. Actually, here's an idea we floated. We buy a house in St. Louis or Kansas City or Springfield, Missouri, and then in the winter, we just pack all the cards up, all of them, and just travel down there to our winter home in the city. So we live 6 months in the city, and just travel back to the lake house in the summer, huh? So yeah, we live half and half, just trade homes, which could be, it could be cool. The move every year could be expensive, but it could be pretty fun. Then again, I don't know how that would work later on when we have a kid. I don't think it works that way. You'd have to pick one more permanently. But it would allow us maybe to live in a city like St. Louis or something and still have a lake house for like the summer, the summer fun, the summer vacation, which is what most people out here are doing. They're doing summer vacation in these homes. All right, Hathim, they don't actually live here full time like we do. This is more like a vacation place, vacation destination. There we go. All right. All right, let's see. Hey, mister, any updates on the SpongeBob art cards I sent to PSA with you? SpongeBob art cards. If you're looking for PSA updates, I would head over to the Discord server and look at the PSA submitted channel, see when they were submitted, and then you can check the PSA return channel and see that they're not back. Mister, one more Korean rocket. One more Korean rocket. You got it. New coin break is Japanese base set Chansey. That's right. There we go. Can I have a closer look at the Eevee on the right-hand side of the table, please? Here it is. So this is PSA 9 Master Ball Eevee from Terra Festival. It's $25. Pretty much you're just paying for the cost of the grading at that point. The plus side is the good price. The downside is, well, he's so cheap, you might as well just save up and buy a 10. So it can be hard to move cheap 9s like that. Yes, this is base set Chansey break. Here we are. All right. I enjoy the chat, one-sided or not. Well, we have these conversations. I think of it as part of what we do here is we conversate about things. Here we are. Here's Wobbuffet. All right. It's fun as long as you find the conversation engaging. If you're not engaged in the conversation, you're probably like, get on to the next order or something like that. Ooh. All right. Very nice. But we talk about real estate and the optimal place to live. We talk about food. We talk about taxation. Brandon Water, now I got to show him up with the Sketcher. Nice holo. 2 more Topps Halo. Oh, yeah. So, 2 more Topps Halo. Here it is. There's definitely something in the next 2 packs. There's got to be. All right. What are we talking about? You talk to yourself for long periods without checking chat. Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty accurate. That's because in order to have these conversations, I have to be thinking about what's going to be said next. Right? That's how it works. You can't have this conversation and read chat exactly at the same time. You have to do one or the other. So there might be like a 5-minute segment to 10-minute segment where I just conversate. Oops. Here we are. All right, let's see. Very nice. I'm guessing 6 is not enjoying it. What's Victini at now? Here's Victini. He's at 22. All right. Here's Under the Monster. We've got Chief's Charge. Here's Uprising 1. Okay. Oh, you did pull a holo. So this is not my favorite holo because it's so dark you almost can't tell that it's holographic. But you see my fingers reflecting on it there? See that? All right. So that is holo number 8 out of 10. Doesn't have a name, does it? So you did pick up one of the holos. That's what I do when I conversate. Ignore what they're saying so I can think what I'll say next. Well, yeah, I mean, so you can't literally do both. It's got to be one or the other. Here we are. All right. It's like a monologue. I would call it a monologue. There we go. We're talking about where we might move the whole business. We might be moving to Washington, Nevada, Florida. Texas is an option. Or there's an option where we stay in Missouri our entire freaking lives. There is one part to that. Her parents live here, and I don't think they'd want to move, and I think she'd be sad not seeing them as often. Under the Monster. So that's one thing holding us back, I guess. There it is. All right. I don't have anything holding me down, so for me, the adventure sounds good. I'm more on the adventure side. Okay. I'll take the Eevee. It's a cute card. Sure. Set that to the side. That's another Anthony card, huh? Okay. So I like the Uprising card, by the way. I think that looks great. Let's see if you get a double holo. You might actually get 2. It's possible for that to happen. Okay. In fact, it looks like you might have gotten something. See how there's a little space there? Let's see what we got. Ooh, I love this Hunter's card. That's so cool. Here's a Captain Keys. Ah, I told you. Look. What do we get? Oh, yeah, that looks so good, man. So good. What a great round. Nice and clean, too. Look at the edges of it. Looking really good. You might actually have a shot at a 10 on this one. This is the embossed Holo Master Chief. So, Again, these are vintage Topps Halo cards, and there is a very good reason to open these. These are very nice cards, and when they do grade 10, they can be worth hundreds of dollars, depending on what card it is. This one here will be worth a decent amount if it grades 10. Now, it's not super easy getting a 10. These are square cut cards. They can have something wrong with them, not just a print line. Like everything can look really good about it, and then they find some kind of print line on the back, and then it's a 9. So it's kind of sad, but that's how it is. That's how it works. Set that there. So a nice double holo there, just like I thought might happen, because based off of what I've seen come out of the box. Here's another Uprising card. Okay, and there is the way to the end. Second best card if you're excluding the sketch. What's first best? Well, I like the holos, like the themed holos. There's like the Halo 2 and Halo 1, for example, right? Those are holos. And this is probably the best embossed card. There it is. All right. I'd like to message you about something. Could you accept my Discord friend request? I sure did. We've already accepted it. So now you just pop in there and say hi and ask me a question. So there you go. There you have it. Not bad. I would say even though this holographic Master Chief in the back isn't the best one, it's still good that you picked it up rather than having like a cold pack pop out. And then obviously the embossed Master Chief is really good. It probably pays for all 3 rounds if it sells for like 200. There we go. We like to keep track of that kind of stuff. We like to see if you do well or not. We like to see if you get your money's worth out. Joey Albrecht is here. He won Final Fantasy Legacy Collection. Okay. Oh, there's a big mess over here. That cat came into this room when I wasn't watching. He knocked all the bulk over. The bulk that stacks up when we stream all came crashing down. Grab some of this. Ugh. So let me just clean this up a little bit. Kind of fell in that area where the Final Fantasy cards are. I don't know what he was doing, why he knocked it down. That's how cats are, I suppose. All right. Look at all that. Another cat. There's this neighbor cat. And he comes up to our back door and meow, 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 meow. And then my wife lets him in. And he has figured out how to use the doggy door. There's a doggy door in our garage. So now you can't stop him. He just comes and goes. So one Final Fantasy Legacy. We could shut the door. We could lock it up. One Final Fantasy Tears of the Planet. There we are. But I know my wife would be sad if I told her to do that. She'd be like, I want the cat to show up. So I don't know. It's kind of nice. Like, you don't have to have as much... You don't have to have, like, big stinky cat litter room. So that's one of the plus sides of having a indoor-outdoor cat coming around. There it is. All right. Obviously, it still has to get a 10. I sold that embossed card on eBay, $500. Ooh, look at that, Zidane. Very nice. Lovely Zidane. That's a Zidane full art coming out of the Legacy collection. Okay. That's these as a specialty set. And then, let's see. We've got Yuffie and Barrett. Okay. Very nice. Lovely. 10 holo shuffles. Ready? What happened to the SGC Halo slab from commission? It never sold. It's still around somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could probably find it for sale in our Discord server. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. That's a 10 round cold cards, Joseph. Dang, dude. I feel like I've seen you get some tough luck in those boxes, the holo shuffles. Holo shuffles have been rough. At least you picked up the Zidane. Okay. Good. Good game on the holo shuffles. Yeah, that was really rough. What do we have here? We have this nice Glaceon. We have this One Heart Elsa Anna. Vibrava. A nice PSA 10 Umbreon. And a nice ride-on, which is only $50 now. That's cool. Good. Robert Wright's taking that Eevee. Let me get that taken care of real fast. Hollow shuffles can be pretty rough sometimes. You know, you can put a hollow shuffle in there where it's like a 20 cold spots in a row. Also, when you do shuffle it, you can take two 20-spot row cards and line them up back to back where the cold cards connect, you know, if you think about how the shuffling is working. So, plus 146, he's got 164. 164. Okay. All right. Good. Will TCC grading also be shared and scored when complete? Yes. Yes, it will be. Okay, here's Bill Barron. Could I see the mega sub list? Bill Barron. Here you go, Bill. I show it off from time to time. Here it is. It's up to 6 out of 10, everybody. The mega sub list for the Mew. There's 4 spots remaining, and then this round is over. Mega Mew. We have Luke Laurie, 4 more Halo Upper Deck. Let's see something cool. Yes. Yes, that's exactly how these work. If you keep digging, something cool pops out eventually. Okay, here goes. A few nights ago, you said you were going to price the Halo SGC slab that came in on commission. Did you do it? I sure did. It's probably had its picture taken, too. It's probably in the June All Slabs channel right now. I don't think I snipped the lower one. Okay. There it goes. All right. Throwing that. Ready? Okay. Oh. Ha-ha! There you go. Another Cortana. Didn't you already get this exact card? I feel like you already got this one. So here's a Cortana numbered card. Okay. Nice. Cortana. And, cool. So that's pack number 1. Bro, she's thick. There we go. Pack number 2, we've got... What do we have here? Discover, Camber. Oh, man, I hate cards like that. Look at that. Holy. Y'all remember the Iran-Israel war? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, that was like, what, a year ago? It is. Do you think that'll stay? What do you think happens now? I wonder what happens now. They shot all these rockets at each other. They killed each other. A lot of people died. I don't think it's over, you know. Ooh, that looks nice, man. I don't think Iran's just going to forgive and forget. I don't think that they're going to stop trying to make a nuclear bomb. I think the guy who eventually replaces the Ayatollah is going to try to build a bomb. I don't think Iran's going to let them. So Israel's going to let them. Israel's going to say, no, we're going to have to bomb you again. I don't think it's going away. I think it's just this never-ending fight. Go. And there we go. What do we got? Oops. So we've got... That's it? What? This pack's a ripoff. This pack's gold. All right. We get a few McDonald's out there. They may forget. I don't think so. I don't think so. Rush out of McDonald's. Here we are. Some old guy with ambitions is going to be like, we got to do this thing. All right, so you did hit a hot card this round. One of these beautiful, what do you even call these? Matte finish. Really fancy black cards. Okay, lovely. For Cortana. I guess it's harder to get a big hit out of these Halo packs than I remember. I thought we were just hitting big hits left and right. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Trump, Lisa Nakayev, stop the war. Oh my God. He has the voice. Okay, Mr. Luke. I like Mr. Luke. He goes deep, man. It probably would end well for McDonald's. There goes. Got Lightning. We got Manectric. Charizard, Palafin, and Execute. Javier Arroyo, 4 Hollow Shuffles, no bulk. Okay, 4 Hollow Shuffles, no bulk. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Cold. Okay. That's a cold round. Here's Brandon Warder. Grade both Halo cards. Brandon Warder. Good choice. Got 1. And we've got a 2. Et 2, Isa. Et 2. I never et 2 of anything. Did you see the Dune director is going for doing the next James Bond? Oh, okay. I could see that working. I have the next James Bond. It's really nice. I thought Daniel Craig was okay. I really didn't like Spectre, though. The last one. The very last one. I hated it. I was pretty disappointed with the feeling of it. It is. James Bond went from being like this cold, tough killer to sort of like an in love, I don't know, a wimp or something like that. So I thought he became pretty lame over time. He used to be like cocky and how would you describe James Bond? Definitely cocky. He was he didn't care. He was flippant, you know? He was flippant, he was smooth, he was classy. He was like a sex addict. And the last movie, he's like a crybaby. Brandon Warder. I hate that. I feel like they had taken a movie that was for men and they turned it into a movie for women, essentially. Which is fine. I mean, that you can have lots of movies like that. But this is James Bond. It really is kind of a movie for dudes, isn't it? It's a dude brand, you know? And I don't like that they did that. Obviously, being a guy, being of the male persuasion, or myself, Brandon Warder. There could be a lot of movies where the sappy killer guy gets the girl or something like that, but that wasn't James Bond, you know? That wasn't him for just about the entire existence of the brand. It changed in the 90s, by the way. If you pay really close attention, Kirsten and I watched every James Bond movie in a row. Changed dramatically in the 90s. In the 90s, the girls were in charge. The girls were like the strong, tough bad guys. Well, I mean, they had that in the 80s, but it felt different. It really did. But in the 90s, James Bond wasn't a misogynist anymore. The girls chose him because he was so desirable. He didn't choose them. So the whole feeling of it swapped with the one guy, whatever his name was. Yeah, it used to be this really toxic thing where James Bond wanted a you because he thought you were hot, so he would pursue, right? But by the time the 90s comes around, it's the other way around. Now the girls think, oh, James Bond, he's hot. I'm going to go get him for myself. There it is. And he was just sort of like this hot golden retriever type personality, and that was it. And it never changed back. Robert Wright, just to let you know, the EV Side is going to wait there till I finish my side away. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Everyone's getting a wedgie, freaking nerds. John Wick is better than James Bond. Let's see what you guys are saying. There's a war. Wedge, I'll give you a wedgie. The first chunk you shift back to the box is devastating. Then 3 to the back really resets the shuffle. What's your favorite movie, TCC? My favorite movie? I mentioned this before. I really liked The Godfather. That was really nice. Definitely a good one. Actually, I watched The Godfather a long time ago with a girlfriend. I thought it sucked. And then I rewatched it like 10 years later. And I was like, oh my God, this is a masterpiece. So I guess you don't always know for sure what you think is the best movie. Ooh, wow, the charger is so hot, and the iPad only charged at 22%. There's definitely a need for a new charger. Okay, Michael Pettiford, 2 Fusion Art, 2 Black Flame Korean. All right. Let's see. Fusion. So we found the Fusion Art. How about Korean Black Flame? Flame on! The old James Bond would have made a joke, and his lover would have died, and he would have mostly moved on eventually. New James Bond cries and kills himself to save the girl. What? That's not James Bond. Here we are. All right. By the way, I forgot to mention I got more of this. My favorite movie is on the hub. Oh, no. So we have more of this now. Customs Border Patrol agents opened up my box to look at this. Oh, no. There we go. There's a bunch of tape on it. That said Borders Customs, opened by Borders Customs. There it is. All right. Good. My favorite movie. Well, I'd rank Rosemary's Baby really high. His eyes. What's wrong with his eyes? Okay, ready? I like Anchorman. Brick, do you really love the lamp? Or are you just saying that? Making sure there wasn't any illegal Pokemon immigrants in your box. That's why I'm saying, what the hell? Michael Pettiford. What the hell? Fight Club. We rewatched Fight Club. It was not that good. It was not that good, personally. I think that when you watched Fight Club back at like the early 2000s or whenever it came out, you're like, whoa, that was pretty cool, because it had like a feeling that was cool to it. It was like, yeah, man, these stupid corporate jobs, and there were a lot of emerging social ideas at the time, including, like I said earlier, including the idea of feminism, men and women being equal. So in the 90s, that was all a big deal, and so in the 90s, there was this sort of rejection of corporate lifestyle, working your whole life away. You know, that's why you had the Big Lebowski was a big popular show back then too. And so Fight Club kind of fit into that. Like, oh, I'm just tired of being another corporate guy in a suit. I want to go out and punch guys and be all raw and crazy and F these banks and blah, 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 whatever, right? So we rewatched it, and we thought it was pretty bad, actually. You know, when you're no longer in that context, when it's no longer the year 2004 or whatever it came out, and all those ideas are way old. Those are really old ideas now. Those are like grandpa's ideas. It's really not as entertaining anymore. You're just like, oh, this movie's okay, I guess. You know? There we go. Okay, let's see. I should do a spoilers review of Squid Game. What do you guys think? Squid Game Season 3, you want the spoilers review? Here's William Wafter, 2-packs Korean EV Heroes. All right, you got it, Mr. William. William. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We got 1 pack in the box. What's your best Pokemon investment card financially? The Dragonites? Well, there's 2 different ways to think about that. The card that cost the most versus the card that appreciated the most. Like, what if I told you my Little Pony booster box case went up times 12 last year, and that very few Pokemon cards ever do that, especially within 1 year. So, you know, it depends. What do you want to know? What appreciated the most or what costs the most? 3 Paquettes. That's how you know this is how you know it's the Canadian version. 1 carte métallique dans chaque paquet. What? I don't know if that's French or not, but appreciated the most. I'm not sure, actually. Hold on, let me go grab a fresh box of EV Heroes. Well, I have to say, one's been outperforming a lot of the other ones. The Evolving Skies booster box has just done phenomenally well over time. But this year, XY era, I was sitting on a lot of that. XY era has really jumped. And I've got plenty of it. Here we are. Brony's hurting the market, nay, with respect. Yeah, I mean, the My Little Ponies boxes went up a ton last year. They're not doing the same this year, though. And but, you know, the timing was pretty good, I guess. All kinds of Pokemon cards have really moved up a lot. I had that Rayquaza slab from, what was it, EX Deoxys that I bought for $600, and it recently sold for $6,000. That's a sold price. That's times 10. That's pretty good. But that was just one slab, you know, it was like a freak accident. But yeah, all my slabs have done pretty well in the last year, the last 6 months. Evolving Skies was a really impressive set. I mean, the Moonbryon shot up from 900 to 1.5 to 2,000, back to 1.5, back to 2,000, up to 3,000, back to 2.4. That Umbreon, though, that is a desirable card. There's no doubt. And it broke our understanding of overprinted cards. There you go, Mr. William Wafter, 2 cold ones. Sorry, William. It broke our understanding of what we thought meant overprinted. We thought that set was certainly overprinted. It was not. It was not. It was underprinted. And we don't know what happens with Scarlet Violet as a result. Here's another card that did really well. How about this one this year? The Magikarp from Paldea Evolved. That was really notable. You got that Greninja Gold Star that just jumped. I think I own 2 of those. Let's see. PSA 10, Paldea, Magikarp. Let's see if he's fallen much. Because he kind of shot up to 3,000. Okay, he's fallen. He's fallen. He's going back down. 3,000 is just too much, you know. It's just too much. If he ever goes down to 1.5, I might buy another one. Here's one in Italy. Oh, it's in Italian. Oops. So here's one for 2,100 with 10 watchers. 2,100, huh? It's a cool card. Probably worth 2,000. You know why? Because you probably got to spend 2,000 just to get it to... let's see. Hold on. This guy asked me how many booster boxes are inside this case. There we go. Very nice. Let's see. Just looking at some data. Okay. So that's William Wafter. The time is 6:30 p.m. on a Monday. I'm thinking about doing this return while I'm with you guys live because I keep forgetting to work on it, and I might just get it done. It is Return to Ururu. Okay, good. Actually just got a Victini today. There it is. Okay. So look at this. When I examined the card really closely, he sent me one with the bad corner. You can't do that. You can't send a card with the bad corner and not provide pictures of that corner when the card costs like 1.4 or something like that. Okay, here it is. Let's take a picture on it. Okay, I got my pictures taken. I'll pop this guy back in here. These little plastic card holders are really popular, I guess, huh? I keep getting these. Nice way to transport a really expensive card, I suppose. Okay. Mister, he didn't notice the damage. It's not his fault. Yeah, right, dude. I don't buy it for a second. I think these guys have gotten way smarter. They all grade their cards now, and so they're trying to dump their bad cards off on the market. That's what they're doing, and it's like off-centering's one thing. You know, if he gets a 9 from off-centering, that's one. I'm not taking a 6 because this guy doesn't want to. He wants to sell his his 6 Dratini for $1,400, and I'm just some stupid sucker. So he's going to get a return opened on that. Here's the problem. He didn't actually provide pictures of that. If you got a damaged card, you can't call it near mint, and you can't skip that part where you show the pictures. Just can't do that. All right, so what I do next, we're going to upload these images. All right, and the images are uploaded. So you guys sit tight. I'm going to be right here opening up a return. We have the name of the seller. I'll look up Victini. Okay, and it is this guy right here. Ah, here it is, return the item. Here it is. All right, now let's go grab those pictures we uploaded. Let's see. I always forget how to do this. Let's see. Oh, you gotta open it as a new browser, don't you? So let's save this as Victini 1. Okay. We'll call this one Victini 2. I'm saving the photos as evidence. All right. And save image as Victini 3 damaged corner. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to jump back right over here. All right, we're going to get this return. We're going to get all the money back on it. It's crazy. All right, we're going to submit that. Very nice. Okay, was Dratini from eBay. Dratini? You mean Victini? All right, we'll pop this up over here. The return request is open. Yeah, that's an eBay card, and we've opened up a return request on that one. So, yeah, that's an unusual card. You can't obtain it in a normal way. It's one thing to buy it and it's maybe like overpriced or something. And it's another to get it and it's maybe like off-center. And they use some kind of stock photo. But it's an absolutely outrageous thing to use a stock photo and send the person a damaged card. Like, bro, I'm not buying this for $1,400 with a damaged corner. It makes no sense. Here is Tops, the first movie Pokemon. So let's jump over here and do a little research on Pokemon Tops, huh? Pokemon Tops box. What I want to know is what these cost if I wanted to buy one right now. Let's see. Because that'll help us determine what we want to price it at. We have a new box. There's so many different types of box. What is this? Yep. Okay, so lots of the box toppers types of boxes. And what's this? That's not sealed though, is it? Is that sealed? Oh, that has water damage on the bottom. Look at this. This box has water damage on the bottom. Gotta avoid that, guys. Gotta avoid this. You can't be buying that. You will lose all your money. That's why it's for sale, because he knows what's going on with that box. He knows that is a bad box. Okay. All right, here we are. So we're looking for the Canadian box. That's what we're looking for. Oh, it's Canadian with the black label. That's so interesting. I wonder what that means. Divided by... How many packs in here? 24? It's a 20... Oh, 36. A full 36, right. So it says here we should be hitting around 82. That's what we want to do. We want about around 82 per pack. And what do we have? We had 85 last time. We're going to leave it at 85 because it sold out at 85. All right, there it is. Topps is back on the menu. When somebody places an order for this, we'll open the very first pack. It'll be very fun. All right, perfect. All right, cool, man. I just bought a Lance's Charizard for $250. Oh, that's cool. I know what you're talking about. One of those big ones. Yeah, those are weird. We hosted a break on it. It took a long time for that break to finish. So that to me kind of tells me it's not super popular. You can tell when something's like got people salivating. Some cards just make people go nuts. Louis Ruiz, 5 Korean, Lost Abyss. Please, I have a bag. My nephew says hi. Can I? Is it Kenny? Can I? All right, 5 Lost Abyss. Let's get it, man. All right, well, I hope who'd you say it was? It's your nephew. I hope your nephew's having a nice day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I assume you are showing him some Pokemon card collecting. This is very cool. All right, look at that. You not feeling well, APZ? I regret coming into work today. Here we are. Work. Go. All right. Okay, here's a holo. You know, if you're bored with your job, let's say you're bored with it, that's another good reason to start putting your job application out there to try something new and fun. Just getting a new job can be really exciting. You know, like think of it like this. It's like, if you're going to the same job every day, it's like you're playing the same video game every day. That works for a while, but after 3, 4, 5,000 hours of that one video game, you get kind of bored of it. So, you know, when you get a new job, it's like popping in a brand new video game. And it is often very fun to do that. So, you know, you ever feeling a little bored at your job, try swapping up to a new job. You could go for one that you think pays for more, too. That's the fun part. So not only can you do a different kind of work, but you can also immediately increase your income. And all the more reason to try. Louis Ruiz. Thank you, Louis. Appreciate it, man. Here's this bag. He's getting closer to the TV. There it is. So this is Louis's bag. Mr. Lewis's nephew, and look at all these cool cards he's got in the bag. Look at that Infernape. He's got this Torkoal. He's got some Disney cards. Here's a nice Disney stamp card. That's pretty good. I think we still have some of that for sale, don't we? The Disney? I think we... There we go. That's a Weiss Disney set. I think it's called Weiss Disney Blau. All right, cool. How many spots in the Final Fantasy? Hello, Mahil. So Final Fantasy is still running. I think it's 2 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 spots remain in the Final Fantasy. Oh, man, we need more of this Final Fantasy to show up already, man. It's so disappointing, the whole... By the way, that's something I got to look into. Let's see if that's updated. It always makes me log back in. I don't know why it does that. Still waiting to hear back from the job I interviewed for. Nice, dude. They're investigating like a $4,000 missing package. That is so frustrating. That's all product I should have right now, and it should be up on the table. I should be like, quick, buy them. I probably lost some Final Fantasy sales already as a result. You know, because we run out of one box of it so fast. Yeah, it's a really bad situation. All right. All right. So, guys, it's 6:42. I just got the return open, so that was nice. Got that done live. That was cool, actually. And then, let's see. I did not get any emails about Steven Gonzalez's shipping from Steve Gonzalez. So that's disappointing. Okay. We have to get NHCC's cards encapsulated. Is Alexis here? Let's see if Alexis is here. Oh, yeah. So she clocked in about 20 minutes ago. Oh, no. She clocked out at 6:20. She's gone. Might take a week or more. If so, let me slab a collector booster box when you get more. I might be open-minded to that. We got to have enough, though, in order to do that. We got to have more than one box laying around because, yeah, we got to have more than enough. Let me see what they're costing nowadays. I cannot believe that box is missing. It's so bad, dude. Okay. Maybe I make this one last order of them. I mean, could it really hurt to sit on this product? It seems to have done well. If it did so well at launch, why wouldn't it do well in the long run? Yeah, I'm going to place one more order for this stuff, okay? Because you just said that you want to put one into slab away, right? So I'm buying some right now to lock in a price on that. All right, so I have a, let's see. I've got a price for you. So based off of the menu, the price would add up to like 1,584. I've got a price for you today. It's 1,550 if you'd like to put that into slab away. So that's ready to go for slab away. If you want to get that started, you're welcome to. And so that's perfect because after the $20 for the slab away fee, it's still slightly cheaper, just a little bit cheaper than if you just bought a whole box outright. So that's ready to go. If you would like to slab one of those away, you can do that right now. You don't actually have to wait. And I've got more boxes on the way over. All right, so Steven says for Korean Rocket, you got it, man. How many is that? They're $1.70 each. You sent $14. I can't do that math. 14 divided by 1.7. It's 8 packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Korean Rocket. I need to get more. Let's see. I'd probably do the same if you got more. I just ordered 3 of them. So if you want to put one in slab away, go for it. All right, here we are. Whoa. Any news on Korean Nikke? We should have a rule for slab away for sealed product, though. Like a $50 restock fee, or maybe like whatever 1% or 2% of the value of the whole thing is. Because I did run into that problem a couple times in the past. Somebody would like put a booster box or booster case into slab away, and I would over order it. I'd order much more than I needed, and then they would cancel it, and I would be basically I would be in trouble. I'd have all this money wrapped up in product I don't need. 7, 8. Any news on Korean Nikke? I have made a request for a restock on the Korean Nikke. I'm just waiting for that guy to quote me a price, basically. Okay, here we are. I'm going to start going out on my own. Next week, I take myself out to the movies. Cool, man. There. Good. Well, Mr. Arturo, you know, if you want to have good company, if you want to have somebody to hang out with, you know what you need to do, right? You need to get yourself like an apartment and a roommate. You need a roommate. That was really, when I was young, when I was 18, which was like 16 years ago now. No, how long ago was 18? No, 18 was 18 years ago. Jesus. When I was 18 years old. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at all the people who quit opening this. And there he was, just waiting to be pulled. Oh, yeah. Nidoking. Looks so good. And only $1.70 a pack to open this, guys. That's why the Korean cards are so good. Like, who cares if he sells for less money? You got to have the fun and excitement of opening the Nidoking for yourself. And it was way more affordable. I definitely think we need to watch the Korean cards very carefully. I don't think this is going to be a trend that changes. This was so satisfying and so affordable compared to opening it in English or Japanese even. Wow. Super cool, man. All right. What a great last pull here. You know, we didn't pull anything too exciting today. I mean, we had a couple openings. How much are the vintage rocket packs? So those are being shown off because they are for the future. We currently have one rocket pack break running. Here it is. It's 35, 11 out of 11. There's like 6 people in here. We need 5 more. I could make one of the rocket packs for sale. You know how much it would cost? It would cost 35 times 11. So that's what I would sell it at. Here it is. All right. So I could do that. Okay, in this case, it's not always like that. So that's for Steven. All right, well, Steven, you're having some good luck, man. Some bad luck with the shipping situation. Some good luck with your pull, though. So I'm happy to see that. Awesome. Yes, there's still a Charizard break. Yes. Here's the thing about the breaks. People have been buying just tons of break spots. It's not that break spots aren't being purchased. I mean, look at this. This is almost filled for like a 4th or 5th time. The Victini is about to go off a 2nd time. That's like 63 spots we sold for the Victini alone. The thing is, people really are focusing on certain breaks and ignoring most of the other ones. But here is... Oh, wait, that's the Pikachu. Look at the Pikachu. He's up to 13 now. Oh, here's a new one. This Star Wars break is up to 1 right now. Somebody's in there. They want to break it. Where'd that Charizard go? So here's the Carddass. Oh, this will be the Charizard, won't it? No, that's the... Here it is. The Charizard must be the moon. Okay, here it is. Ah, yes, the moon. So here it is, Charizard from Obsidian Flames. This is a card I picked out because I feel it has that potential to jump in price over time. Room to grow, right? That's why I call it room to grow. And he just seems kind of cheap at his current price when you think about the cost of a booster box, how often he pulls, how often he grades 10. He seems like he has room to grow. So I like this Obsidian Flames Charizard a lot. I've thought about picking up a couple of them. It is Charizard after all, guys. Don't forget about that. Charizard just generally does very well. Even if you don't like him or you think he's too many of them, but overall, he does quite well. Now, the Victini's got everyone's attention because this is a very special promo. They're handing this out at the Battle Day event in Japan. So some people will call it like a tournament card. They'll call it a Battle Day promotion, whatever you want to call it. This card will highly likely go up in value over time. That's just the fact about it. It's a lovely card, and I got a couple of them coming. I don't know how many more I got coming. I got a couple more coming, and then I'm questioning if I should buy more. Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know how many Victinis I want to have wrapped up, my cash wrapped up in, because there's all this other stuff I got to keep track of too. You know, like that Spider-Man set's coming out and all that. But it could take time for it to go up in price. It could even fall in price momentarily. That's how cards really work. They can sometimes go up, sometimes go down. It's a wild ride. It's like a roller coaster. But generally it goes up, right? So generally it does. So we're excited to see these guys get graded. And hopefully some 10s pop out. We got 6s ready to grade with the Dragonite and the Gengar. We're hoping for this one to finish. And if he asks for this one to get graded, I'm going to send that out with 6s. And then I think I won't send any of mine in the first submission. Just your guys' Victinis. I might send my own in a separate submission just to keep them separated, just to be nice about that, you know. The other thing I was thinking of doing is we take really careful pictures of them and look for unique qualified identifiers between the cards to help us say this one's that, this one's that. But I'll just keep mine out of the submission and save myself the effort. Because with it not being a bulk submission or anything like that, you don't have to send in like 50 or 100. There's no minimum order. So we'll just send them separately. It'll be really easy. But yeah, so this has been eating up the break spots like crazy. I mean, people have been losing $40 left and right jumping in these Victinis. It's a lot of money to lose, actually. So if you missed the first Victini and the second Victini, you're out $80. So it's not cheap. And breaks are moving very rapidly on this channel. It's just not all of them. It's nice seeing this Pikachu move, though. Look, he's up to 13 now, 13 out of 29. When he reaches 15, he'll be halfway done. Can you believe that? So Pikachu, he'll be gone. We'll pick a new rare candy at that point. And it'll be exciting. And then we got all these smaller supporting breaks, including this coin break just hit the table. There is 1 in 5 coin break. That is for base set Chansey from 1996, the original base set Chansey coin. This is for people who got the base set. You know, think of base set Charizard. He's a really iconic card for the whole hobby. Well, that's the Chansey coin that belongs from that set. That's how it is. Pretty cool, right? That Zeri is nice. Same with the Choincey. Let's finish the Victini. 1150 for Final Fantasy Booster Box Slab Away. No, not 1150. It's 1550. There you go. All right. Nice. The one I wanted really bad. You got the card you wanted. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. That's my favorite, too. I really like that Nido King. I'm thinking in the future of hosting a break on that. Alejandro Martinez, Team Rocket break. You got it. So there's probably about 4 spots left in the Team Rocket break now. With it being so close, it might go off tonight. Let's count it up real fast, actually. I got my package in the mail, beautifully packaged as always. Oh yeah, that's why we pay Alexis the big bucks. Their names are very similar, aren't they? Here we go. Look at this. Oh, so we got 6 people in here. 5 spots remain. Almost done. The rocket pack is almost done. Okay, good. We have an order here from Louis Ruiz. 5 Korean rockets again. 5 Korean rockets again. You got it, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There they are. Korean rockets are very, very fun. I love how cheap they are. It's the best part about this set. They are. I think people will accept Korean language cards over time as long as they remain so much more affordable than Japanese and English. They are. These are the Squid Game language cards. Ooh, Spinops. All right. I watched all of Squid Game 3 yesterday, by the way, guys. If you weren't at the nighttime stream, you didn't hear me say that yet. But yeah, Karis and I, we watched all of Squid Game Season 3 yesterday. That's what I did for Sunday. I didn't get any work done. I did 0 work. And then Sunday, we watched all the Squid Game. Jorge Canones, 2 Topps Pokemon. All right, Topps is getting opened, everybody. Let's see if we got a good box. I believe we did. Do you sell Iranian rockets or only Korean? Only Korean rocket. We get the whole stream censored saying that. Oh, I don't want to tear this. Oh my God, I just tore it. All right, I don't care. Get open. Ready? 2 nice booster packs. Good. Diane might be happy to see those. I know she's interested in pulling a Charizard to complete the trifecta. She's got the Charmander, she's got the Charmeleon, she needs the Charizard. In fact, if you pull them right here, she's probably going to be sad. No spoilers, and no gooning. No spoilers, please. I'm still watching. All right, guys, I'm about to give the big spoiler away. Ji-Hun, the main character, falls in love with the front man, and they have a baby together. Here's teamwork. All right, lovely. Just like before, 0 stickiness. I'm rating this A+ for 0 stickiness. Loving these. Feel like we've cracked the code on these. Here it is. Here's Pikachu. I knew it, just like Naruto and Sasuke. What's the rocket pack weighed? No, we don't weigh the packs. They really are unweighed. I bring them in, pull them in a little holder, and I never weigh them. There you go. Scout's honor. In fact, we open a lot of heavy packs. Wasn't the last pack we opened, was it heavy? We opened a heavy pack very recently, right? What did we open? Do you guys remember? What did we open? Was it the Call of Legends was heavy? What set was heavy? I can't remember. I think the Call of Legends was a heavy pack. Deoxys art? The Legends? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we never weigh them. And I bring them in, and you guys get to open them. And, however, the person who sold them to me may have weighed them. So that's the only problem. Can't prove if they did. Can't prove if they didn't. Ooh, you got Battle Before Lunch. Oh, my God, I keep blinding myself. It's so good at reflecting light, it can blind you. Okay, there's Battle Before Lunch. And Charmander. Nice, dude. Look at that Charmander, everybody. Charmander, char. You've also got this Charizard Hickey card. One Charizard's giving the other Charizard a Hickey. And you can tell this Charizard's really into it. Ah! That's the face he's making. All right. Charizard Hickey card. Introductions. It is I, Mewtwo, and I'm very pissed off. You humans simply want to use the Pokemon for battles and money. Oh, he's actually really astute. What a correct observation. All right. So, one of them is Brad Pitt. How do you know if these rainbow foils when you bought the box? There is a way to tell, and it's a secret. There it is. Okay. Mr. Quinones. What do we got here? So you bought 2 packs of these, huh? We'll just put them like that, shall we? Whew, I see now that the circumstances of one's births is irrelevant. There we go. It's the code of the box. A certain code equals rainbow foils. There it is. All right. Very nice. James Bean says he'll take another spot in the rocket break. James Bean. Always looking for new guys to join our group. By the way, if you're watching and you're new, we'd love for you to make a first-time purchase and give it all a try. We like it, obviously. But I'm just saying, we got room for more people to join our group. Rigoberto Gil, 1 spot in the Charizard break. Rigoberto Gil. Yeah, I really don't think this is a bad break at all. With everything just moving up in price in a crazy way, how do you go wrong with a nice Charizard? And he's getting quite old. He's from 2023, guys. There it is. There's a point where booster box prices start to spike, and if you waited to acquire a nice card by the time it spiked, you already missed out on all the value. So the trick is to have it before the spike, when everyone thinks it's lame or like, oh, that card will never do well. You know? Okay, good. That's at 5 out of 13. The Team Rocket is 7 out of 11. Victini is 22 out of 33. This is 5 out of 2. Lots of movement on the breaks today, and we opened a lot of cool packs. Fresh box of Tops, the movie, with 0 stickiness once again. Oh, we have 6 jumping in as well for the vintage pack. Here you go, 6. Okay. Very nice. Very good. Oh, wait. Sorry, 6. Vintage box. Good. All right. Very nice. Good. Okay, cool. Well, I think we're ready for tonight. We are all set up. It's 7:01 p.m. No more orders. We're going to go live tonight for the late night stream. I hope you'll be there. We stream twice a day, once in the daytime, once in the very late night. Starting around 1:30 a.m.-ish. That's Central Time, so that will feel like 11:30 in California. That will feel like 2:30 a.m. in New York. That's if I start on time. Sometimes about 15, 20 minutes late. All right, I'll see you there, guys. See you there. See you later.